Hey, this is Carlson in the Discord. Occasionally I'm in the store, and I really want to make a quick video on the sealed format. So, at like a pre-release event, like the Final Fantasy event, there there's going to be a format called sealed, where you open up 6 packs and you try to build a deck out of the cards that you have. So, personally, I think like that's really intimidating for a lot of players because it kind of requires them to like understand the format and also like know what all the cards do. So what I wanted to do was kind of make like a little cheat sheet kind of video of like what you're trying to do, and then go from there. So I'm not going to talk about like what every card does, but I'll kind of like guide you in like the right direction to go in, and then you just go from there. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put your rares to the side, because you're going to be building around your rares. You're going to get like 6 to 8, maybe even 10 rares, which is pretty good considering a draft deck will only have like 1 or 2. So you're going to want to take advantage of that power. The second thing you're going to want to do is, once you've decided what your rares are, you're going to want to build a 2-color deck around the rares that you're playing, and then try to follow the archetype that the game has designed for you. And what I mean by that is, if you look at this little picture here, we'll use blue-white as an example. So blue-white is an artifact archetype. So a lot of the blue-white cards and a lot of the white and blue cards revolve around artifacts. So if you're playing blue-white, like your rares are blue-white, that's what you're doing. All your stuff wants to go in this direction. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't play a card that's just like a 2-1, or like I don't know, like a counter spell. It's like, all right, that doesn't do anything with artifacts. But those are support cards. They'll fill out the rest of your deck. So once you have kind of the general idea what you're going in, then you want to try to like curve out, which I know is kind of a weird thing to say, but think of like a bell graph. You want your 1-drops and your 2-drops to kind of be the start of the graph, and then the meat and cheese is right in the middle, your 3s and your 4s, and then it starts to peter off to your 5s and 6s. So I have an example here that I did earlier tonight. What I did was I opened up some cards like Sephiroth. I opened up, where's the woman? Her, she's pretty good. The Regalia, this card's pretty good. And Dark Confidant. And I decided, okay, well, those are my best rares. So let's see if I can build a deck around the rares. So I'm in black and I'm in green. So that puts me in graveyard value. So I know that I'm looking for graveyard cards in black and green, but I'm also looking for support cards. So cards like Evil Reawaken is pretty good. Like, I'm milling myself a lot, and being able to just like bring back a big thing, like I can cycle these things and then bring it back, like that's pretty good. I'm also playing these cards that get better depending on how much is in my graveyard, but I'm also playing support cards that don't really care about the graveyard. So like Undercity Dire Rat, that's just a good card. Like 2-mana 2/2 is cost effective, and he does something on top of that. That's pretty good. Bard's Bow is another example. If you look at Bard's Bow, yeah, it's an equipment, but really it's like a 3-mana 3/3 with reach, but it does something else on top of that. Like that's pretty good. It also, it's a dude on turn 3 I can play, but in the late stages maybe I give something reach because they've got a flying creature. Who knows? And the same thing applies to like removal spell. Like, I don't need to play removal spells that say destroy target creature and mill 6. I can play just like a normal destroy target creature because it still supports the goal of I have a lot of graveyard interaction. So we go down here. I took kind of a handful of cards over here that are like on the maybe list. Not that they're bad cards. They just didn't fit what I was trying to do in the moment, but they might fit certain matchups. Like a card like this, right? I'm not really a ramp deck, so I don't know if I need to play something like this, but let's say I'm playing against a deck with a big flying creature. Like, yeah, okay, I'm going to want to have something maybe that can just tap it down every turn. But I don't want something like this against like a deck that's making a bunch of 1/1s, or a really fast red-black deck. Like, I definitely don't want that. So that's why the card like this isn't in the main deck. But again, for the most part, you're looking at your rares, you're determining which ones you're playing, and then you're going from there. So I've got my rares, I've got my archetype, I've got my curve, this is the deck I'm going to play. Another thing, too, I noticed, which is a lot of folks will like look at all their cards. Like, it's way too many cards. It really is. For the time frame that you have, just that's why I narrow it down, right? Like, look at here. I'll give you an example. So, okay, so these are the rares I'm not playing. It's like, why am I not playing these rares? Okay, well, Excalibur is just like doo-doo feces. That's not good. This card's like, okay, but it's a land that's like, okay, it's a town, which can be good. It makes a dude, which is pretty crappy, but maybe if I cast a lot of spells, he's okay. But it's not really like a card I'm like really excited for. It's like below average. This blue spell is actually quite good, but if it's the only blue card and I have a lot of black and green that's really good, I'm not going to like splash for it. I'm just going to say, okay, I'm not playing blue, but I have this good blue card. Same for this white card. It's fine. It's okay. But I'm not going to, again, if I have a lot of black and green that's really good, I'm not going to go, oh, let me just play this okay white card. And then lastly, like this guy. So like if you're looking at rares I can play, right? You see like boom, boom, boom. You're thinking like, oh man, I can build this sweet like red-blue deck. Well, this card doesn't really go... What the hell was that? I don't know what the hell that was. Well, this card doesn't really go well... What was that? Oh, it was my phone, I bet. It was my phone. My bad, guys. Well, this card doesn't really go well with these two so much. It is... Like, yeah, it's an instant, but it's a pretty crappy instant. And these colors really don't matter for towns. So it's like, alright, yeah, it's in these colors, but... doesn't really work well together. And then like, yeah, this would be sweet. Like this guy, he's really sweet if like you can cast a bunch of spells in one turn, and like you're not doing that with this, right? So I don't know. It's just not better than what I'm trying to do here, which is just play the most amount of rares that I have, and then building the support around it. So yeah, so I might make another video somewhere down the line, just like of me actually putting a deck together, but this is sort of just like where you want to start with. And just to recap, you're building around your rares, you're going towards an archetype, and then you're curving out. You're making the bell graph. All right, so I'm getting sleepy, so I'm gonna stop here. If you got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching it.